It's Monday morning. My foot. Anyway, it's Monday morning. I just woke up. I'm giving Don King. I'm letting my hair just do what it wants to do. Y'all better be glad I don't go outside like this. I'm just going to get my nails done. Wish me luck on my new place. I hope she could do it. I'm a tester with one design, and I'm just gonna get it on my ring finger. And I'm gonna be thorough. I'm gonna ask pricing. Because they're famous for, and I don't want to say all of these shops, but they're not consistent with pricing. Like you'll go one week and get one thing, go the next week get the same thing, and it'll be a different price. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hold these people to some strict standards without being a bitch. Because if you're the shop for me, you're gonna be able to fulfill my needs. That's just what it is. But anyway, I'm watching Sarkaz. I love me some Sarkaz vlogs. So that's who I'm watching. And you guys know I like watching driving videos. She does a lot of these. But anyway, she's in Brooklyn, I think. New York. So, let me call my husband because he did not text me that he has to do a double and he's not home yet. He usually gets home about 30 minutes ago, unless he makes a stop. So let me call him, make sure if he stayed over or if he's on his way home. But nonetheless, I'm going to get my nails done. Okay, I'm so excited. Bye. Here's Goldie, y'all. She said, it's my turn. Okay, girl, we see you. Okay, new spot. Lavish Lounge is what it's called. My old spot. This is where my main lady, I told you guys. Oh, yeah, there go my husband's glove. I knew the car wash people would find it. Now, what is this? What is this? Like, see, how am I able to wipe this off if y'all did this already? Okay, let's record. Okay, they added this. Let's see. Okay. Okay, you guys, I finally got the Texas Pete hot sauce. I forgot who, but a few people said they use Texas Pete. We always use Frank's or Louisiana for the most part for my hot sauce. So I'm gonna try Texas Pete. Now I had to have it shipped by Walmart because they don't have it out here where I'm at. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm getting ready to do the egg foo young, shrimp egg foo young, and I'm gonna make my broth first. This is what I use for the gravy, but you use whatever broth you want. Just make a broth, or you can use it in a box, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just for the gravy. So this is just water, and I'm put my better than bouillon. This one is the vegetable base, but you could use chicken. I wouldn't use beef because I'm using shrimp. But let's get the broth going. All right, so you just let it heat up, let it warm up, and this is gonna be my broth. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna make a cornstarch slurry. When you make a slurry for cornstarch, I've said this before, you have to use cold water, okay? So I just use this bowl here. It's like my go-to for a slurry because I put this in with my shrimp mixture to thicken it up, okay? And then I use flour for the gravy. But for my shrimp, for my mixture for the egg foo young, I use a slurry, okay? So I'm gonna put some of this in my cold water. You don't have to put too much, but I don't measure. And then I'm gonna mix it up with my fork, but I need both hands, so I need my other hand, my right hand. So I'm just gonna mix this up. I'll be back. All right, so my slurry is done. Okay. Now I use the canned bean sprouts. I've used fresh ones before, but these are just easier for me. I just drain them and then I dry them off with a paper towel. So I've already drained it, so I'm just gonna put them in a paper towel and dry them off a little bit, and then I'm gonna cut up my green onions. Y'all see the broth? The broth is ready, and now I'm just gonna. That was really quick. All you're really doing is melting the better than bouillon in the hot water, and I just keep it on the lowest it can go, a simmer, so I can keep it warm. Okay, so I dry mine. They don't have to be dry, but I just don't want them wet. Okay, so these are my sprouts. Now I'm gonna use 4 eggs. Now the general rule is that each patty is 1 egg. It's just a general rule. Okay, I don't know how many patties I'm gonna get in a minute, but I'm looking at maybe being able to get 4. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut up the green onion. Right, so I got my green onions cut up, and I'm going to use like half of a small regular white onion as well, but that's for the gravy. So I'll use about half of this one. I ended up adding another egg because the eggs are not that big. But also I wanted to say that this is a good meal prep as well, you guys, because you can make the egg fouillon mixture that we're doing now and just put it in the fridge and cover it for a couple of days and then just make the patties as you go. Or you can go ahead and make the patties and then put them in Ziploc bags and you can freeze them. But when you take them out, if they're already cooked, if we take them out the freezer, then you're gonna want to let them just sit on the counter and defrost. And then you can just make the gravy or already have the gravy made specifically for the egg fouillon and just warm it up in the microwave and put the gravy on it. So it's also a good meal prep. Now I'm making enough. I don't know how many I'm gonna get out of this after I do the mixture, because these are the bean sprouts. Here is the shrimp that's clean. I'm drying it off. Here is the green onion, and then here is the slurry. Okay, and then I'll show you what seasonings I actually put in the egg fouillon. And then we're gonna go ahead and make the patties. I left a few green onions for the garnish at the end, but here is the mixture. So now I haven't added the slurry yet. I'm gonna go ahead and fold the eggs and scramble all of this together, and then I'll see if I need some more eggs or not. Okay, because I used all of that shrimp and all of the sprouts, so you kind of want to evenly distribute it. So let's get this mixed together and see if I want to add any more egg or not. All right, so this is how my mixture is looking right now. See that? Now I'm gonna add 1 more egg in here, because this is gonna be it's basically a Chinese omelet, but I'm gonna add 1 more egg and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I like this better. I added another egg, so and that was based on how I used the whole can of Brussels sprouts. I used those green onions. I had quite a bit of shrimp. So this is gonna make, if it's 6 eggs total, so I might be able to get 6 patties out of this. Okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and this is my slurry. I gotta mix it back up because it's been sitting. My cornstarch slurry. Probably not gonna use all of this. Oops, I'm spilling it because I'm using 1 hand. I'm just making sure it's not sticking to the bottom because it's been sitting. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add the slurry, which just thickens up the patties. Okay. There's a little bit left, but not a lot. Then just mix it in. All right. So now I'm going to add the seasonings in here that I'm going to season the... Oh, I know I'm so close with this camera, you guys. I'm so sorry. Dang, I'm right up on it. Okay, let me grab the seasonings I'm going to use to season the egg fouillon. Real simple. Onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning, salt, and pepper. That's it. Okay? Not too much salt. But this is what I'm going to season the egg fouillon mixture with. Alright, so here's my mixture. And if you choose to do your mixture like ahead of time, and you know, okay, I'm gonna make shrimp egg foo young tomorrow and the next day, but let me get my mixture done because that takes the most time. And then all you got to do is come home and make the patties and put the gravy, right? If you do that, I would only keep it in the refrigerator maybe 2 days, okay? Because you got the egg in there and you have the raw shrimp and all that. But if you make the patty and then freeze the patty, in my opinion, that's the better way to do it, and just put it in a microwave or whatnot. But anyway, okay, I don't have a wok, so I'm just using my regular skillet you guys see me always use, and I'm using my round little utensil to create the patty. I'm heating up my oil. Should be hot by now. I'm using peanut oil. You can use whatever oil you want. But now I'm gonna start laying the patties, and I'm very careful because I try to keep them, in a round shape or whatever. But that's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and lay one. I'll do one patty first, and then I'm gonna put you guys down so I can just do all of them. Okay. So you see the thickness of it. Okay. Let's do one patty. I need to bring it close. I'm gonna mess up my stove. See, I'm making a mess. Sorry. Okay. This is gonna be the patty. So I'm trying to I'm just using spreading it out, right? Just making sure I keep them together so my egg doesn't run all over my skillet. Then I need to get my spatula so I can flip it when it's time to flip. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one, like I said, and then I will finish it up and do the other ones by myself so I could get done with it. Okay, let's let this cook a minute. Grab a spatula. Another thing I want to mention, and you've seen me make this before, and I've said this before, that I use raw shrimp because the shrimp cooks quickly, and so the shrimp will cook as you're making the patty. Okay, that way it's not rubbery. I've seen people use pre-cooked shrimp, and you could do that, I'm sure, but I prefer to do it this way. It's just a preference. All right. See how it is solidifying, right? See, it's coming together. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna go ahead and flip it now. Slide that bad boy right over there. Okay, and then don't touch it and let it cook. Alright, now what I did was I took a little bit of this mixture like this, and I poured it on top of this where it broke up at. Kind of like to patch up the hole where it broke up. Try my best to keep it together, but you can't touch it a lot. And the fire's at about low. It's like on the low because I don't want to cook. I don't like cooking things fast because I don't want things to burn, especially an egg. But I got to get that shrimp cooked. And you see the shrimp is changing colors. So the shrimp is cooking. All right, let me let this finish. All right, so since I patched this up right here, I'm gonna flip it again so I can cook that other side, okay? Let's hope it stays together. There we go. We just patched it up, so we got it to stick together. So I'm gonna let this cook for a few more minutes, literally just a few minutes, because I added that extra egg to bring it together. And then this one is done, and we'll move on to the next one. And I did decide not to use the regular white onion with my gravy because I have enough green onions in here and I don't want to overkill. All right, so this one is ready, y'all. So all I'm gonna do is put it over here on the plate. See? And I'm gonna do them all the same way. And that's it. So let me get these done, and I'll be back and show you when all the patties are done, and then we'll do the gravy. Okay, you guys, it made 6 patties. My husband said he wants 3 for lunch, so this is 3 patties. There's one underneath, and then these 2, and then this is 3 patties. So the patties are done. Now let's do the gravy. Same skillet. I added some oil, heating up the oil. Once it's heated, I'm gonna add the flour and cook the flour down a little bit. I'm not adding any seasonings because between the oyster sauce, the soy sauce, and the sesame seed oil, that's a lot of flavor, and the broth, okay? And you don't want it salty. So, let's let this heat up. Same skillet we used to make the egg foo young in. And then let's add the oil. I mean the flour. Alright, let's get this cooked down some, this flour. This won't take long, you guys. And I still have a little bit of that slurry at the end that I can add. Just flour and peanut oil. Deglazing the skillet. Alright, I'm going to add some soy sauce, the oyster sauce, and the sesame seed oil. Sesame seed oil, you just put a little bit, a couple of drops, because it's strong. I'll do the sesame seed oil first, okay? Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to do the oyster sauce and then the soy sauce. That's how much oyster sauce I added. Now let me add some soy sauce. Hold on. Alright. Now stir. And then we're going to add the broth. The last thing we add. And then at the end we'll taste it. But we should be fine. Alright, let's go ahead. Here's our broth that's been sitting over here. I'm going to stir it up a little bit. And I'm going to need both hands because I only got 2 of them. Okay. Now, I didn't use all the broth. Okay, I turned the fire down just a little bit so I can let all of this come together. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that cornstarch slurry. And depending on how thick you like your gravy, determines how much slurry or flour you put, right? But I don't want it too thick. Or too loose, actually. I don't know. Like, this texture is good right here. But it will thicken up as it sits, so gotta be aware of that. Okay, let me add the cornstarch slurry. Okay. Cornstarch slurry has been added. That's my ice machine. Alright. Looking good, y'all. Looking good. Not too thick, not too watery. I'm debating if I want to add any more broth, but I don't think so. It's not too thick. Maybe just a tad. Just a little. Let's see. Okay. Let me taste it. Because this is really what's going to give your, egg foo young the flavor, right? There's the gravy on top. Most of the flavor is coming from that. So you make sure that this, but I still got to stir. I'm going to add a little bit more broth. And just keep stirring. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I added a little bit more soy sauce, and there you go. There you have it. Okay, now let's pour it on top of my husband's lunch. I'm not eating mine just yet. Let's finish it off, y'all. We done. All right, let's get the gravy poured on. My husband likes a lot of gravy, so that's what we do. And then I'm gonna put some green onions on top. And I'm gonna clean up this kitchen. This little mess I made. All right, let's turn the gravy off. Let's grab the green onions and voila. Hold on. Green onions on top. And there you have it. Shrimp egg foo young. All right, y'all. Bye. Here is mine, y'all, which I'm eating right now. Yep. All right, y'all. Shrimp egg foo young. And I'll put a little bit more soy sauce on it. And then I'll take a bite. Okay, I don't do mukbangs. Bye.